Hey everybody, it's a beautiful fall day here in Grand Junction, and the last of the warm days are starting to disappear. In fact, you can see I already got my heavy coat on, my nasty, ugly work coat, but don't judge me by that. So we've already told you, you gotta disconnect your water spigots outside. If you haven't done that, do that now, because in some places it's already too late. I know up in the mountains it's already snowing and getting really cold, but down here in the valley, we're doing all right. The leaves are starting to fall off the trees. It's looking really beautiful. But there's something else I want to talk to you about before winter gets here, and that's your doors. People don't realize your doors take a lot of beating during the wintertime months, especially with snow, wetness getting piled up against them and things like this. So let me use this door right here as a demo. And as you can see, this is a pretty common door right here. Now most of them, I've changed out the brick molding and put this trim on there. Most of them will have brick molding now. Look like this. Everybody knows that's pretty common. Fair looking brick molding. It'd be like right here. We just got done doing a door, guys, that wasn't taken care of very well. As you can see, here's the results of that. And here's the what's left of the door jamb there. Oh, can you not see that? There you go. And here is the door seal itself, the threshold. And if you flip this over, you can see where they used some expandifoam, very nice. Flip this over. At one point, this was all wood across here. It's completely rotted off. It's gone. So, I'm going to go over a few things that you guys can do at home to help fix these problems and not have them. First off, let's talk about the material here. So this is what comes on your standard pre-hung exterior door that you buy at any hardware store. And I want you to see this, guys, right here. I'm going to flip this over here somewhere. There's a good spot. Most of it is what we call finger joint wood. And if you can look right here, you can see all those little fingers right there. They use leftover material, I call it, to produce this. So chunks of leftover cut off 2x4s, they cut it all and then they finger joint, they put it all together and they make this brick molding. And it's really nice. It holds up if you paint it. But other than that, that's about how it falls apart on you. And any water that gets in there will start your rot process. And that'll start rotting it off. So, things to look for right now. If you got peeling paint like this, guys, and you got any of these exposed, you need to get that covered up. You need to get that painted right now before winter gets in here, because that's where water's going to start intruding. The other problem, the other worst problem, where doors really start to rot out, is at the bottom. Now, let's say your door looks pretty good. You don't want to paint it because the paint looks all right, but you do want to make sure it's sealed this year. Just go down to any of your local hardware stores and buy some clear. Now don't get silicone, guys. No silicone where you want paint later. But just get some clear caulking. This is Alex Plus. It's for doors and windows. And it goes on white, but it will dry clear. You can only see it starting to dry clear on the tube right there, but it's white right there. So where you want to go do this is right here. Actually, if you look right here on mine, you can see some of the caulking is actually kind of falling out. So I'm actually going to put some on there. I wasn't going to, but I am actually going to do that now. Let me get this all set up. So just simply seal it. Maybe. There we go. Just a little bead. Just like that. And right there, see right there where that crack is too? Just a little bit there. I'm just going to kind of squeeze that in there with my finger. Get it back in there. And just kind of do. There we go. Now that is white, but it will dry clear so you won't see it. So that is great if you don't want to paint. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. It needs it. Right back here, there's a little bit missing. Needs a little added to it. Wouldn't hurt it any. That's for sure. Boom. That little section right there is ready for winter. Any snow or water that piles up right there is not going to soak into this wood and cause it to rot now. So that's one thing you want to look at. If your threshold, now you see mine's on deck, but if your threshold is on concrete, say a slab house, and there's a sidewalk poured right up to here, and it's flush with the bottom, water can get here and go inside and start rotting out like you saw that threshold, start right on the bottom of it. So at that point, right here, you could use a silicone, you could still use this as well, and just want to run a bead right along there where the concrete and that metal meet and seal that off so water can't get underneath your threshold. Other things to check for the winter time. Now guys, right here, this door's been in for about 3 years it's been painted. Look at that crack already forming right there's a finger joint right there. See that? Now I don't really want to paint this door, so I'm just going to take this clear. I'm just going to go over it like so. Just smash that down in there. Voila, it's going to dry clear. You'll seal that crack up so water can't get in there. It's going to save me a world of trouble down the line. So that's some things to do. Other things to check right here. Of course, these seals right here, you want to make sure these are good. You can pick these up at any of the local hardware stores. They're usually about $6. They have a nicer version. It's like $12, somewhere in there. These simply just pull out. They got a little tab that sticks in here. They simply just pull out and you just push the new one in. These guys right here. Now, a lot of door installers will miss these little wedges right here. You see that little wedge right there? Real simple. They just peel and stick. You just shove it up behind there and it's wedge shaped. It seals that little bit of daylight you see in doors all the time right there. You'll seal it off. And they're only like $1 something down at the local hardware stores. They come in a little bag of 2. You got one for both sides. The other thing to check, and it's a little harder to look at right here, your lower weather seal right here. As you can see, there's part of mine is ripped off already. There was a piece that went right across the front. But don't worry, there's more underneath. And I can feel all the rest of them, and they're fine. I wish I could show you this. But if that is bad and missing, it's usually a groove in the bottom of this door. And there's 2 little flanges on there that stick up in there. And they've usually, from the factory, they've usually put a couple staples in it to help it stay in place. So if that's the case and you do need to replace that, you usually have to pop the doors off the hinges, lay it on its side, peel the old one off, and snap the new one in. It's not that difficult. And that's stuff that everybody can do. And that'll help you through this winter to keep you warmer and to keep your door from rotting out so that next spring your door's still in one piece and you're not calling me to replace the whole thing. Like this door here. As you can see, we basically had to rebuild the whole entire jamb. Now, the one thing is too, guys, if you call me out there and you say, hey, I want to rebuild my jamb. Oh, look, you can see that weather stripping. Look at that. That's what it looks like right there. That's what it looks like. You can pick that up at the local hardware stores. If you do want me to rebuild it, I will not use this finger jointed wood anymore. They sell at all the local big hardware stores. It's a product that's made out of PVC. It's basically plastic. It cuts just like wood. It looks just like wood, and you can paint it. And so typically nowadays when I replace your jamb and your brick molding, I will use that PVC product, which will hold up for years to come. Won't have to worry about it getting wet. And it'll last you a lot longer, and it looks really good. So that's some tips for things you can do to get ready for winter on your doors so that you don't have problems next spring with rotten doors. So I hope that was helpful, guys, and if you want to see this video again, you can always check it on my webpage, mightymanhandyman.com. Check us out on Instagram or Pinterest, right? Yeah, we're still on Pinterest. You gotta remember where we're all at. And of course, you're looking at my Facebook page. You can always look at all of my new stuff we have going on there too as well. So have a great day, everybody. We'll talk to you later.